Hey everyone, and welcome back to Criminally Curious. Today is going to be a special video where we are going to go through some paperwork. So come on back. Hey everyone, welcome back to Criminally Curious. We are here to go through some paperwork with you. Now, the three of us are huge Crime Junkie fans, and in fact we bonded over the podcast when we got to know each other, and we've been listening to Crime Junkie for a few years, and we decided to do this video of Crime Junkie's If I Go Missing, Crime Junkie podcast guidebook that goes through some very important questions in case you go missing. And we're bringing this to you because we think this is very important. This is a great way to keep information, and especially as women, girls and women in today's society, this paperwork may in fact save your life or help solve others. So we feel like it's very important to share this information with you. Now, this packet we got from Crime Junkie, from the site, from the website. You can go there, take a look, print it out, or you can make your own hybrid kind of handbook with information that you would like. So we're going to go through that together. Okay, so here we go. It starts off, you write your name and the date that you were filling it out. Now, this is a blank copy. I did start to fill out mine personally, but I just wanted to show you kind of what it looks like. So on the first page here, we've got some general information, your full name, date of birth, all that stuff, your home address, cell phone, all that important information that people would need. And what I like about this too is that they provide this box at the bottom of each page that you can initial it. And I like that aspect of this. And again, you can use this exact copy that Crime Junkie does have on their website, or you can make a hybrid of your own. But this is so useful, so much pertinent information that could help in certain cases. The next page is about your physical appearance, and you can kind of see here for tattoos. I've got about 32 tattoos, it would help. So whenever my mom says, "Don't get another tattoo," I said, "But Mom, you'll be able to identify me." I know that sounds so morbid, but tattoos and piercings, everyday jewelry, identifying scars, and here again, you could also include photographs, and they ask for your initials. So very important information on this one, especially with tattoos, I feel are helpful. So if you're looking to get your first tattoo, do it. The next page is for fingerprints, and then again, it has the initial, and then we've got medical information. So your primary doctor, dentist, therapist, I think very important, prescribed medications, surgical history, known allergies, and any other notes that you might include, I think is great information to have written down for others. Also important, modes of transportation, your car make, car model, the year, license plate number, color. Again, so detailed, but also so important, especially, it's just so much important information here, I can't even say. Typical route is very important. This section, you can list your relationships. So go through your mother, father, significant other, length of relationships, siblings, close friends, former significant others, and individuals who know the existence of this paperwork. I think all this information is so great. Then they've just got a few more pages with relationships where you can include that. Of course, suspects, alleged suspects. Um, relationships. Here we go, your typical work day. This was very interesting. And again, so much important information here. Your normal work day, normal start time, end date, flexible work hours, so-and-so, required to travel, your supervisor, your method of transportation to work, if driving, your typical parking area. That was very interesting. Also, frequently visited locations, the location address and the frequency that you would be there and how many hours in the day you would be there, including the location and the address. So they leave several spots for that. Moving on to the next page, we've got some more space for that, including more to include. So next one is the financial institution, which I didn't even think of. I don't know why I didn't think of it, but your home branch, account number, username, password, I think is very important. So they leave some space for there. And again, your space for your initial. At the bottom, another page for financial institution information, including credit card company. And here, life insurance policies, who the beneficiary would be, amount insured. So critical information, independent debts that are owed, to whom, the amount and the length of debt. And then again, it includes your initials at the bottom. If I can turn this, pardon me here. Turn over. Here is the communication account logins. So your cell phone number, provider, user and password, PIN number, phone make and model. Again, all the stuff that you don't normally think about is listed here. Internet service provider, your username, password, PIN. Again, you wouldn't normally think of this. Here, they've got communication account logins for all of your emails, social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever. And again, so helpful to have that information written down. Here again, there is some more space for you to enter in some miscellaneous accounts that you may have with your login. Here, previous addresses that you have lived at. Here again, I was surprised. I didn't even think of this either, but I think it's so important and so genius. Your previous address where you have lived, the dates, if you've lived with any roommates, reason for leaving as well, and any notes for that. They give you some space. And again, this is something you wouldn't normally think of, but it makes sense to include all of that information, any places that you have lived previously in different states, because you just never know, guys, right? We know this as Crime Junkies, from the Crime Junkie member club, and true crime junkies as well. Here's another page, previous addresses. And then here you can include pictures, a recent portrait, recent picture, tattoos, scars, picture of your car, your jewelry. You can also include the documents of your birth certificate, driver's license, passport, marriage license, medication list, insurance documents. And then they also have a space for miscellaneous, which is great too. So you can put a lot of information down here and be as detailed and specific as possible. Because again, you know, Lord forbid that anything would happen. You have this information, right, guys? Law enforcement agencies, city agency of residency, county agency, state agency. So you can see that. Law enforcement agencies continued. And again, something you wouldn't really think about, but it is so important. And then the back has notes here that you can include as well, with your initials. So again, this is just kind of showing you, just because we're Crime Junkie fans, we followed the podcast, you know, and they've been so inspirational to us. And we, you know, again, we came across this on their website. It was mentioned, and we're like, oh, we got to look into that. So I printed off some copies and wanted to go through this with you guys. Again, it's just very important, right? You can help solve, you know, and Lord forbid if anything happens to you specifically. This is something you can fill out. Again, you can make your own hybrid version if you wanted to, including that information, signing the document so people know that it is you that is signing all this information, including your initials, photographs, you know, copies of significant information as well. And having this in a safe place, you know, making multiple copies, you know, giving them to family members, or telling your family, you know, I filled this out, this is where it is in case something happens to me, is just, nowadays, guys, it's just very important, right? We know this. So I just wanted to kind of go over this with you today. Just something that I've been thinking about, we've been thinking about, and is so important. It can help save lives. It can help save your own. You just never know. So anyway, I highly recommend either going to Crime Junkie's website and printing out a copy for yourself. And like I said, you can even make up your own hybrid version based on these questions here that I have showed you. So hopefully this video was helpful or has made you think about documenting things. Let us know in the comments if you are going to do this, if you are going to keep a record like this. So important, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure that you check out our other videos that we have on our playlist. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, share our channel. We would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Until then, stay criminally curious. Sorry, you guys, a PS here. I totally forgot this last page, which is also very important, which is an acknowledgement page where you do sign this, and it says that you have compiled this collection of personal and private information to be used in the event that I cannot be located and am believed to be in danger. And this is basically giving access granted to the information included, listing all the resources in this document. And so again, it has you sign and then date. So I totally forgot this last page, but you know, it's kind of you're signing off on law enforcement to have access to that personal information. Just wanted to add that at the end of this video. All right, see you next time.